Sausage. Hello, and welcome to another episode of First, the show where I, Mark Kuznez, talks about my first impressions of a video game hot off the presses, immediately after playing it for the very first time. This episode is all about Propnight, a 4v1 multiplayer physics-based prop hunt mixed with classical horror survival game, as they like to put it on their Steam page. And this is very much so a Dead by Daylight, Friday the 13th, etc. type of horror asymmetrical game, or whatever you call them, where one person plays as the monster and four others play as regular old teenagers who are trying to fix these machines in order to open up the doors, allowing them to escape with their lives. And as the monster, you have a few things at your disposal: a weapon and then tools that allow you to chain up a human when you put them into an electric chair or whatever to capture them and prevent them from being saved for 30 or so seconds once you apply that chain, and so on. And as the humans, you have the ability to turn into, I think, any object in the environment and just lie there and be a prop and hopefully not get seen by the monster or move around with some crazy physics going along with it. And if you hit the monster when you're as a prop, you're like super speeding it up or something, you can disorientate them, which happened to me a lot by this one son of a biscuit who definitely knew the game very well, because I was thrown in as the monster for my first game and I didn't look at the controls, so it was a bit rough, and it seemed pretty fun. I don't know how well it's balanced. When I played with some randoms as one of the survivors, we got destroyed. When I played as the monster, I killed one survivor and then let two escape because the guy who was clearly just effing with me the whole time, I finally caught him at the very end, and I put him into one of the electric chair type devices, chained him, and then just stared at him. And I would occasionally look behind me, make sure the other people weren't coming to try and save him. At one point they did, but I swiped my chainsaw at him and scared him off, and basically just said to myself, because they couldn't hear me, I didn't enable chat or anything, I was just like, you guys, go save yourselves. I'm not letting this dude. I'm winning as long as this dude is not getting out. That's my win for me. And so these games aren't really for me. Or, it takes time. You have to get accustomed to it and the intricacies of the way everything works and the systems work. But I like Propnight's little gimmick. This being a first impression, of course, I don't know a lot about how it works, like I've already said. So there's a lot to learn. And the most I can say, the highest praise I can give it, and this is what I should probably do with every episode of First moving forward, is say that my first impression is that it seems all right, and I will go back to play more. I think that's probably the best indicator, or like the way I should end and wrap these little episodes up. Will I go back and play more? Or am I good with what I got? Because that's what you want from a first impression, right? A first impression should make you want to come back for more. And if it doesn't, that basically tells you everything you needed to know. And with Propnight, my first impression was, after playing it for like 45 minutes or so, maybe, if that, a half hour probably, I'm interested in checking out and seeing how this game progresses, playing more, learning more about it, getting accustomed to the controls. It does have full controller support, which I didn't realize. It wasn't that bad though. It was fine. It's not that tricky. I just don't have the best keyboard. It's a little typing keyboard, really. So even like the arrow keys, you need to press or hold a function key to use them. But Propnight to me seems all right. I had a decent time with it. I had fun playing it, in part because I was streaming it, and this dude was effing with me, and I just made it my goal to destroy this single person when I was a monster. I had a lot more fun as a monster. I'll say that. As a survivor, I did not have anywhere near as much fun. I don't know if that's the way all these games work. I had more fun when I played Friday the 13th as a survivor than in this game, but I have not played Dead by Daylight. The one thing I didn't like about the game is that when I was playing as a monster, I learned that and I don't know how you gain access to this, if you have to collect resources in the levels, whatever. There is like a mild Fortnite mechanic where you can build up barriers and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? When I almost got that one guy the first time, he ended up putting up some walls on me. He put up some barriers. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? When did this game become Fortnite? I thought this was just Propnight, not Fortnite. And so that really pissed me off and made me even more dead set on making sure that dude died. But I had a good time with it. I had fun playing it. And at the end of the day, if you can leave a game saying you enjoyed your time with it, I think that's a win. So, Propnight first impression, win! I'll check it again. But of course, I did get a code for it. It is $20. $20 isn't too bad of a price. So if you like games like this, if you are a fan of Dead by Daylight and the like, I think Propnight is worth checking out. Anywho, that will do it for this here episode of First. Once again, I am Marcus, and as you all can find me on Twitter and pretty much everywhere at PX Sausage. If you'd like to see me streaming games like Propnight, you can do so over at twitch.tv/PX Sausage. If you are currently watching this over on the YouTube, that is youtube.com/Pixelated Sausage, please do remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already done any of those things. It does help a lot, and it's always appreciated. And again, that's youtube.com/Pixelated Sausage, which is probably where you're watching this, but you could be listening to the audio version as well. But if you put a little dot and a com after Pixelated Sausage, you got my site, and that is where you can find more stuff like this and the art I make. And if you see something you like, you can purchase a print of the piece you fancy. And if you fancy the site in general and anything that we do, please go over to patreon.com/PXS and support us that way. As always, thank you for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed this here episode, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye! Wow, 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 wow. What am I even doing? Bye! You know they're fucking laughing their ass off on their end, which I think is what pisses me off the most. Fuck you! That's you! Yes, you! That's 100% you, you little fucking asshole! You son of a bitch! Fuck you! Fuck you! I am not losing sight of this fucking blue thing. Fuck this thing, man. There's no way it's not that piece of shit kid. Oh, great. Now we got a fucking tire here. Fuck this one. This one fucking knows how to fucking play it. How many hits does it fucking take to get to the center of this fucking Tootsie Pop?